Do you know what the word con comes from? Con man? It comes from the word confidence. It's a confidence man. Long cons take very, very long periods of time.
Hey everybody, I am Tommy and you are on the lifeboat.
Short cons, a person in a really nice outfit goes in front of something like a casino or whatever, and he's cursing and running his fingers through his hair and freaking out, and he wants to be spotted. If I could get $5,000 to get back in there, and then he says, "Hey, my watch is worth 35. You're not asking for their confidence. You're giving them confidence. You say, all right. So you get back out there and you go, look, man, you get just $5,000, right? He goes to the bank, he gets the $5,000. Well, while he's doing that, you swap out, obviously, for the fake. That's called a short con.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Happy next day. I see. Good morning, everything. Hi. Good to see everybody. Hi. So here we are again, 2 nights in a row. I have a lot to talk about. I want to hear from you. It's going to be more casual than last night. I feel like I bombarded you with a lot of receipts, a lot of readings, and a lot of stuff. I do have a couple things I want to show you, but holy crap, guys. First thing I want to say is this whole thing about accusing me and other people of being drama channel, haters, all this. You know, it's funny because if I was talking about somebody who was famous, like Diddy or somebody like that, I would be being called true crime right now. I want to be being called a drama channel. But because I'm talking about Reese and Tommy, somehow I'm a drama channel. Somehow I'm, the names that they're calling me in real time right now, I made the real mistake of tuning into Reese twice tonight, which in the beginning of her live, which I want to talk about, and maybe 5-10 minutes ago where Kestrel was calling me Umbridge. I was in a cult. I don't know Harry Potter bullshit. So whatever. I'm sure she's gorgeous and absolutely sweet. Whatever. Okay. So I'm some evil old headmistress. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Reese, you want to call me a Nazi and a racist and all that. I was not married to 2 of them. So go to hell. Okay, I'm just so sick and tired. What's funny is I wasn't even going to mention her tonight, but she wants to come at me. The same thing the last time I had Hef and Alan on, and we were going to talk about Tommy. She had to put herself in there and go live real time, and talk shit about me and put me in the thumbnail. So what is this thing with her constantly trying to insert herself and defend Tommy? And even right now, she promised Tommy that she was not going to say his name ever again. He came into her stream last night and, I didn't watch it. It was 2.5 hours. I looked at the transcript because I cannot deal with it. But let me show you. I looked at the transcript and then I saw that Tommy came into the chat. He only had one comment that I know of that I saw. And I'll share it. And we will talk about where in the world is Tommy Scoville, or Brett Miller, I should say. Okay, I wasn't even going to show this, but because she's flapping her jaws, talking about how she's not going to talk about me, talking about how she doesn't care, for 2.5 hours last night, all she talked about are all the things she wasn't going to talk about. Talking about not talking about it. That doesn't make any sense. So, okay. So he comes in about like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes in after she was talking about him. I put a little search bar thing in the transcript, and she had already talked about him 17 times, had said the name Tommy. And he came in and said, if that's the truth, meaning I wish him well, I'm not trying to hurt him, I love him, blah, blah, I loved him, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to talk about him anymore. Here it is. If that's the truth, could you please stop saying my name in your channel? Please. I don't talk about you, Reese. Every time you do this, I get a new rash of shit. Please stop talking about me. Okay. And then she said, so she read it and she said, Absolutely, that's fair. I apologize, and I will not talk about you anymore. I think that's fair, and I understand. We wish you well. So you look up at the top of this little search bar thing. So that when she said absolutely, Tommy, that's fair. That was 17 out of 27 times she said Tommy. So she said the name Tommy 10 more times after she promised she would never say it again. And tonight, pretty much in real time, she's saying his name over and over and over and over and over again, too. She knows that he moved to South America. Again, I only tuned in for 5 minutes. I was just like, Kestrel called me names, and I was like, fuck you people. I'm going to go do my own stream, say my own thing. And yeah, they want to put themselves in the limelight. This is the other thing I saw when Reese first went live. I just happened to pop in and look. Of course, I didn't say anything. She went shopping with her son, which if I were him, I would be so embarrassed of her. She's disgusting. She was with her mother too. What is with her mother? Like, if I was her mother, I would be like, Reese, shut up and stop doing streams about small town America. She was saying how she went into a store and there was this lady. She sounded like she was very nice. The owner, she goes, oh, the owner, she had the worst breath ever. I'm so sensitive to smells. And she talked like this and she was breathing and I almost died. And see, this lady today that she met at a store, she said she had just opened a store. So process of elimination, right? Now, if I were that lady and I have, it's word gets out in a small town that she has a channel, right? I'm like, oh, she came to my store today. Let's see if she mentions me. Oh, she mentioned that I had the worst breath at all, in the world, and that she almost died. Like, I don't get it. And she was making fun of another lady's accent, saying fate instead of feet or something, and taint and all this. The other thing was somebody asked her if she was going to the moon pie festival. Big thing down there. I know people that live down there. They love moon pies. Not my favorite, but I would not say I hate moon pies like she did. She's like, no, I'm not going to that. There's 30,000 people going and they don't like me. 30,000 people don't like you. Why, Reese? Maybe because you make fun of their accent, maybe because you say they have bad breath, maybe because you make fun of them and do videos about them, and maybe you should stop because you're just making more enemies every single time you open your mouth. And your cult still likes you. Big fucking deal. They can still, eventually they'll go broke. So whatever. But I'm telling you, you want to call me a Nazi racist? The gloves are off. The gloves are off. And I'm just tired of it. She's like, I'm not going to talk about her. I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. She supports racism while she's talking about me for hours on end about not talking about me. It's just insane. She's absolutely nuts. So maybe she was smelling her. You know what? I'm going to read it. Usually I really choose my words. I try to be classy, but fuck it. Fuck it tonight. Yeah, maybe it was her chlamydia she was smelling. She knows about that. Choose not to be kind to people who attack others. Yeah. And I'm here. You heard me read the statement from that lovely lady who was milked for tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands, from Brett Miller. That I read her statement last night. And does Reese care about that? No. She cares about closure from Tommy. She cares about Tommy. She cares about money. She cares about what she wants. She doesn't care about what a whole town or a whole county thinks about her. Well, I would if I were her. I would, because I would be surprised if she's not run out of town on a rail. That's exactly how not to win friends and influence people and how to turn an entire town against you. Just follow her lead if that's what you want. So, all right, that's my spiel about her. I don't want to say anything more about her unless I do. And how is that original content bitching about the haters and mentioning Tommy's name when he's asked you not to? I hope she does. I hope she keeps talking about the haters and the quote gossip. That she's gossiping about that lady. That is a real lady who owns a real store in her real neighborhood. That's gossiping. Now they're going to be like, oh, who has bad breath? She could lose business from that. It's I don't get it. And then, her audience laps it up and they're just saying, oh, here's a super chat. It's just gross. It's just totally gross. But anyways, okay. Where in the world is Tommy Scoville? Is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, I read this to Duncan. It says "Life from the Road." He goes, "You mean Life on the Lam?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." Okay, let me. So this is what he streamed today. I'm gonna play some of it for you, and then I want to hear your comments.
Heading out to New York for the P Diddy murder case. We were heading out to New York for the P Diddy.
So he said he was supposed to be heading out, and they were starting to head out there. And then what happened?
For the P Diddy murder trial, we opted to take a detour. Hold on, let me see if you can see that detour. Can you see that detour right there? That detour looks an awful lot like the ocean. All right, to be perfectly honest, we took a pretty good detour. The home that we bought in South America is not quite done. Hopefully, it should be done by Thursday. They're doing some stuff with the locks and a reverse osmosis system. But yeah, folks, the move that Johnny Scoville and I did is to South America. Believe it or not, we have opted to leave the United States of America. You probably think I'm kidding. I absolutely am not kidding. We have decided that the American dream is alive and well, but it's the South American dream. We just happen to find an awful lot more about this than that we prefer versus the U.S. Squirrel Nut Zipper, where you at, Squirrel? Come here. You didn't think I was going to leave the cat home, did you? Squirrel and Katy Perry have just made about a 39-hour trip on several different airplanes. It was really, really something. They are phenomenal cats. Andre Malloy, good to see you.
Okay. So, funny thing happened on their way to the Diddy trial. They just decided to take a little detour to South America with their two cats. Now, I talked to somebody who knows about traveling with animals, with cats and dogs and other things, and they said that the regulations are pretty strict with that there's no way. And I don't know. I've never traveled with a pet. So you guys tell me. I'm open to all kinds of discussion tonight because I don't really have a whole lot to present. So yeah, is that realistic to have several different planes that you're hopping with two cats and 39 hours of traveling? I'm just wondering. So let me go through some of your comments. I'm going to try to start right at the top. So Therese says Texaco. That's where they went. Where in the world? Hey, Clearwater Chad. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Susie Q, it's been a while. Hey, sweetie. Fluffy Cloud Top. Hey. I called this months ago on the run from the Popo. Extradition, bitches. Yeah. I wonder. It said South America. That could be any country in South America. So we don't know if there's extradition or not there. But I think you're probably right. Yeah. Hey, Julia. Thank you. I hope you had a wonderful day too. Hope the police are involved. There's a good chance of that. Hey, Heat. Good to see you. Hey, Constance June. Glad you're here, honey. And my fabulous mods. Hey, Arkansas Flamingo. Hey, Joel. Another night stream. Yes, night stream. I was busy today, so I was going to come on earlier, but I decided to wait till tonight. My daughter was up here, and my son-in-law was working on the A-frame. Oh, I got some pictures I might be able to show you later. Yeah, they're it's coming along. It's going to be a while, but we have power, we have electricity, and we have stairs. We had 2 flights of stairs, which is awesome. Hey, Janine, good to see you. Scrolling. Sharona, hey. Janet, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Anna, Sarah, hey. Sorry if I'm missing people. There's a lot of people in the chat. Northern Girl, hey. Forces Delightful Nature. Trying to catch up. It's going to probably take... Oh, thank you. Someone said nice hair. Thank you. Because if he is hiding, couldn't someone who knows where he is be an accessory? Yeah, that could be. And I would think if he was hiding, wouldn't they be able to trace? Well, I guess if they have a VPN, no. But yeah, I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Yeah. Wild. Hey, Dylan. Good to see you. Hey, John. Welcome, welcome. Sharon, I report her all the time due to her sexual. Yeah, well, that's the least of my worries. I'm not even worried about it. Whatever. I mean, it's gross. She has a certain audience for that. Whatever. She likes to say the word taint. She likes to say it in a southern accent now too. But taint that a shame, right? Hey, cat. She can only talk about her twat for so long. She has nothing. Yeah, exactly. She starts attacking others. Yeah, exactly. And trying to get people to feel sorry for her. Talk about not talking about people. I mean, she threw a stone. She threw the first stone, and she decided to not only talk about the quote haters, but to defend a sexual predator and a con man and criminal. So a real-time criminal, not a past criminal. And I happen to know, and I'm going to say this from a very reliable source who I gave the Vermont papers to. I call them the Vermont papers. What I read last night. Reese has been delivered. Those papers have been delivered to her. She's been walked through the process of reading them. She has read them in their entirety. So there's absolutely no effing way that she doesn't know about his conviction, and that she knows. She knows about the nature of his conviction. She knows about the violent nature of his sexual assault. And she last night was like, well, his criminal record really doesn't bother me, blah, 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 blah. And that's not a red flag. Like people, and hey, I'm the first to say that people can change, but that nature of somebody who is capable of that, no, that's a deal breaker for me. And to just slough it off like it's nothing. Disgusting. They said I'm just going by what they said. His brother, what's his name? Kurt also went live today, and he said there's lots of spicy food in South America, so they're going to go there. I've heard from somebody that's kind of in that realm of whatever he like, the hot sauce or whatever, that they pretty much pushed him out. There was like a Facebook group or something that I saw. I looked it up, and yeah, someone said that he's gone. He's not welcome in there. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's funny. He loved hiding in plain sight. Yeah. And it's like they have to announce it like the minute they touch down. I have no idea what's true. Can you believe anything he says? He says he moved to South America. Yeah. That's what he was saying. Have they taken themselves to Venezuela? That's save the DOJ some money, right? Yeah, I don't know. We need a Tommy defects to North Korea saga. Who moved? Brett and Kurt, Tommy and Johnny Scoville did. Supposedly, allegedly, whatever. They said they moved to South America, land of criminal sex. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that what do they call it? The age of consent is like 14. It's horrible. Ugh, it's just awful. Good gravy. Small towns are very gossipy. Mine too. Yeah. 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 If I came on here and was like the lady down the street who owns this store or any store. I mean, it's small and there's cameras everywhere. And nowadays, and businesses and stuff, they can narrow down what stores she went to today. It's so gross. And I think she even said what she bought. So she has. you know, whatever. She can call me a Nazi racist all she wants. And I'm not going to shut up about her, you know. She's like, I'm not going to engage her while you're engaging me, calling me names. Okay. I'm not going to go back and forth while you're going back and forth. What? How stupid, how dumb can you be? How absolutely dumb can you be? I don't know. It's just, she likes to think that she's taking the high ground all the time. Whatever. Not true. Constance June, you think her parents would be so embarrassed about her treating their small town like this? Yeah. It's very shameful. She doesn't have any good content, right? As she complains. And again, like I said, I'm sorry, but they're interesting because they're so outrageous, right? Like if they were famous, right? And nobody would say I was a drama channel, they'd just say I was true crime because I'm talking about criminals, right? So yeah, I'm just it's just a little more they're just a little more nobodies, but they're somebody as far as hurting people in our community that we care about. So it hits home a little bit more. And I think it's perfectly fine. And that's, you know, they want to hurt people and make themselves like pariahs, then I'm going to talk about it. Hey, Joel, I live in a small town. I have for a long time. I can say this. You say and do the stuff she has, it spreads like wildfire. I bet she's universally hated. Yeah. And that's why she doesn't want to go to the Moon Pie Festival. A certified grifter. Yeah, there could be something like that. Yeah, I got this hard cider. I haven't been drinking much, but I'm like, you know what? I'm in the mood tonight. My biscuits are burning. I'm gonna drink something. So this is some kind of cherry cider, which is funny. Kelly told me that in the UK, cider is always alcoholic, and here we'll call it hard cider. And she's like, "What other cider is there?" I was like, "Well, there's like mulled cider, which is spice, and it's not alcoholic, or unless you put alcohol in it. And then there's just regular fresh pressed cider, and then there's apple juice, which is filtered and it's just like clear, kind of like what you have when you're on like clear fluids, that kind of apple juice, or like little that babies drink." Hey, quiet peaceful fans, good to see you. Glad you made it live. A poet, hey there. Chrissy Four Cats Newton, hey, I like your new name. Good to see you, honey. Brett, yeah, I thought that too. Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going on, but I mean, I would be tired after 39 hours of like, I don't know, that just seems like a lot to be traveling, but who knows? Maybe he's in Chile or something. Who knows? Why is he still making content? Is he's got to have attention. I mean, as far as I know, let's look. That live has 400 views, and he has 24,000. So even on my lowest, when I'm just whatever, just shooting the shit, and I don't get 1,000 views, that's about what I get. I think the other day I got like 500 views. That's the lowest I've gotten in a while. But I have 5,000 something subs, almost 6,000 subs. So whatever. I guess people aren't too interested. Oh yeah, he did say, yeah. He did, which that's not right. That's so weird. Constance, his video makes me sick. He's on a beach in South America while he's left a trail of people he hurt behind. Yeah, and I watched the one from Kurt. It was only a couple minutes. And he said that they bought a penthouse. So who did they scam for that, I wonder? And you know, the thing is too, and okay, I don't want to sound too judgmental here, okay? Because there might be some 60-year-old guys in here that live with their brother. But is that like normal? I mean, I don't know. I asked Duncan because I was like, "You're like Duncan's really, really close with his brother, and they do a lot of stuff together. They spend a lot of time together." But I just can't imagine them picking up and moving to another country, leaving their kids, or Duncan has kids. He doesn't, Ellen doesn't have kids, and if their mother was still alive, I can't imagine them just leaving even their adult children and their elderly mother and picking up and moving to South America with the cats. At least they brought the cats with them. But is that weird? I mean, I just think that's a little odd. That's just like some kind of movie. I don't know, some kind of movie plot or something. Scoville, so glad you're here. Some of them are running from lovers, leaving no forward address, and some of them are running tons of ganja. Some are running from the IRS. Yep, it sounds like, yeah, it sounds a little bit like LRH, you know. Don't let the door hit you, or the good Lord's. Yeah, right. It does look like a nice place. Yes, I noticed that too. And somebody else I showed it to also said the same thing. I zoomed in. The TV shows are American, and no airline would have allowed the cats to fly like that. There are rules about flight length and number of legs a trip can be. That's what I thought. Yeah. And I saw that TV thing. I was like, that looks a little bit sus. I don't get it. And why would they be letting a felon? Right. I don't know. Like, can you just up and leave when you have all these felonies and your past? And does he have I assume he must have a passport. I don't know. Pets need to be quarantined. That's what I thought. Yeah, makes sense. The beach looked like Florida beaches. Okay, we're narrowing it down. I knew you guys would be good for this. If they're by the ocean, we know it isn't Bolivia or Paraguay. Okay, there you go. And they're not like in the mountains of Peru. They're not in the rainforest. That's why he's telling, because he's lying. Yeah, everything's he's got an angle. So I don't know. Yeah. I think that maybe the boys were hearing footsteps of law enforcement. Yeah, because as I mentioned last night, there has been an investigation and Homeland Security has been involved, at least at some point. And also I mentioned that Blossom went to where did he live? Arizona. I almost said Australia. Arizona this past week and talked to Homeland Security and other ABC agencies, they call it. The Grump. Hey, the Grump. I've traveled with pets all my life. They would have been in the cabin with them. However, pretty sure he's lying. Gotcha. Grouchy Mama. I thought that quarantine. Well, there's the Grouchy Mama, and then there's a Grump. The Grump says that they may have been in the cabin with them, if he's even telling the truth. Okay, depends on the country. Gotcha. I worked in international relocation. Regulations vary. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Hey, Cass. My thoughts too. Extradition. Yeah. Hey, Linda Scott. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, this was like 15 minutes ago. So, yeah, we're just talking about Tommy saying he moved to South America. I didn't do a big presentation. Did a little rant about Reese. I don't really want to I don't want to reiterate that because that was took a lot of brain cells. I lost a lot of brain cells even just reading some of the transcript from last night, which was 2.5 hours of tripe, as it were, just talking about not talking about stuff, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't to me. Okay, everybody talking about quarantine. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, he lies so fucking much just to get people going or try to distract. Yeah, and he was like we've heard him basically teaching people how to not believe him, how he lies all the time, how he scams. And, just even that intro that Kelly did for me is like, oh, here's a short con, here's a long con, this and that. And what we played last night about the long con, he makes shit up all the time about car failures and gold coin, whatever. Oh, everything he says has to be taken with a grain of salt. Totally. Hey, May Danger. Good to see you. Been a little while. Julia says he's trying to beat being extradited. It could be. Koalalu, if he says South America, it's anywhere but there. He's so transparent, all lies and running from his crimes. That's what I think too. Yeah, because don't you think that this would have come up before? I don't think he'd be like, hi, I'm in South America. Like, he can't shut up about stuff. So, I don't know. I think it's bullshit too, but who knows? Just a quiet, peaceful dance. I took my son's cat after he got stationed in England, and he couldn't take him. It took almost 3 months to get him here on the plane from Florida to Colorado. So I call bull crap on them. That could be. Yeah. Sharona, I'm sorry, I'm not telling you. Yeah, I hate that too. Like, I'm so afraid I'm going to miss somebody, which I miss people all the time. It's okay. We all understand. Hey, Paula, let's just hope that wherever he is, street justice prevails. That could be, that's the thing too, is that when people have a habit of treating people like shit like that, and I'll even put Reese into this too, eventually they do it to the wrong person and they end up being sorry, so what do they call that? Karma, right? That's karma for you. Joel, I've never tried to take a cat on a long journey, but I think that it must be a big deal. I'm almost sure it would be a one-way type of thing. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be hard. Hey, honey, listening in for the continuing saga, self-deportation. Self-deportation. He was having fun with that. And I went in to go pee before I came out, because we actually have a bathroom right in our sort of our room, but off the side. But anyways, too much information. But I was like, yeah, I'm really pissed off. I was like, Reese is like calling me a Nazi racist, and he just laughed. He's like, that's the funniest thing I ever heard. It's like so stupid, because he knows me, and he knows like about our activism that we've both done together, and even recently. So it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh. Hey, yes. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know what South American countries will let people in with his convictions. I feel strongly he's lying. It could be. She's a criminal supporter. Yeah. Yeah, she's read them and still making excuses for him. That is, I don't know. As far as I know, she hasn't made any type of reaction to it, except to defend him in general. She definitely saw it recently, but definitely before last night. I don't know when. It must have been weeks ago, if not months ago, when it first came out. So, but I can confirm she's read them, and she's been walked through and had them explained to her in detail. So, just bullshit. Hey, Sai, he's still conning, so obviously he has not changed to good moral standings, right? Yeah. What did the paperwork call him? Yes. I don't have that part of it. I think I only printed the first couple pages, but I will look that up again. It basically said that he had seen a specialist or a psych. I can't remember. I don't want to quote it because I don't remember it, so I don't want don't quote me on it. But it was something to that effect, that he needed to have therapy and help for his sexual deviant behavior or whatever, or his tendencies. Yeah, something like that. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look that up again. Hannah, people our age don't normally act like her. I am 1 year younger than her. Normal people do make YouTube videos meeting strangers and talking shit about them. Yuck. Yeah, that's I don't think the town is going to take kindly to that. That's for sure. And making fun of them and their accents and all that. I think that's just, if you're a famous comedian, you can get away with that. And a lot of times, I think that the comedians will they'll change the name or they'll wait, until, or they'll just make it up, funny thing happened on the way to the forum, but the way she does it is just lacks so much tact. And she's brags about not having boundaries. And that's just, it's unfortunate. I would feel bad for her if she wasn't such a vindictive, mean bitch. And I said it. There, I said it. Call me a Nazi racist. I'm definitely going to have something to say about it. Sharona, it wasn't 2 teenagers getting in on forcibly. Yes. I say that girl and stalked and intimidated her. Yep. 100%. And he admitted it while she was wearing a wire. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know where, what the age is. And I think some countries are 14, 15, 16. Some states in the United States are 16. Some are 18. I'm not sure. Johnny's getting closer to Australia. Yeah, right. Jenny, hey, Jenny's here. Good to see you. It's 2 perverted yahoos. Probably went on a vacation. Hopefully soon they'll be on a permanent vacation, a prison cell with Q. Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, Tracy, the first time I saw Tommy, he gave super bad vibes. What a gross person. Me too. Same here. I never wanted to talk to him, stream with him, meet him, anything. And at that point, when he first came on the scene, I was fairly friendly with Reese. And she says, oh, I didn't know her or whatever. We streamed 5 times together. We were sort of friends-ish, I guess. I guess not. I don't think she has friends or is capable of having friends. She says her mods are friends, but she's going to make them sign an NDA. And so, yeah, I don't think she knows how to have friends, but whatever. As soon as he came on the scene, I had the willies about him. I just had that very bad stranger danger feelings. And so I bowed out. Yeah. Julia says, Venezuela is my guess. That could be. Could be. Never know. Or he could be lying. He could be in Florida. We don't know. Right, exactly. That's not. Yeah, he may have blown up a car. He may have known about the Tupac thing, but yeah, I don't think, and he's not on trial for that. So yeah, I don't want to say murder too many times, but yeah. Arkansas Flamingo, who poor son having to deal with his mom in a small town, must be mortified. Yeah, I feel really sorry for him. That's for sure. We just opened all the windows, let all the smoke out from the burning biscuits. Yeah. I did say my biscuits are burning today. The halves biscuits are burning too. Julia, it's awful how she thinks she can get away with treating people like crap. Yeah, I mean, outside of her little bubble of her cult, and she's not a big deal. She's not very well liked. And again, like I said last night, I haven't had one other creator be like, can you lay off Reese? Not one, ever. Not at all. And I don't believe anything he says. I hear ya. Hey, Iowa girl. Good to see you. Yeah, so Sai says there's also a lot going on in legal world and world in general. A lot of fires to follow. Exactly, yep. Constitute making content because now he has to support himself in his new country. Still needs a channel so he can scam more people. Right. I was thinking that too. It's like I don't think he realized that. Obviously, he's not making any money. He might make, I don't know, $5 or $10 per stream as far as ad revenue. So, and it doesn't look like he really gets any super chats to speak of. When I looked, I mean, it was only like maybe a 7-minute stream, but I looked about halfway through and he only had like 5 people in the chat. So yeah, that was weird. So I think you're right. I think he uses it. It's like a, what do they call that? Like a front, like, when you've got one of those like storefronts that are like fake and there's really like a lot of dirty dealings going on in the back. I think that's what his channel is, honestly. More adventure pill. Do you think they skipped town because whoever? Yeah, and it was happening in Arizona. So yeah, I don't know. That's good. That's a good point. They have to keep an eye on each other so they won't rat on the other. There you go. Yeah. Yes, if you'd like to sub, that would be great. Thank you. Those poor cats. I know. Who else is gonna? This is when I asked if it was abnormal for 55 to 60-year-old brothers to live together. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, my boys lived together until like a couple weeks ago, but they're 20, 23 and 24. So yeah. Old man on the hill, they're running from the law. They knew they were about to get picked up. Yeah, and then to go live and be like, hi, I'm in South America. Yeah, weird. Grace from the pics, they're still in America. So yeah, that looked like Florida to me too. Okay, I guess the consensus is it's bullshit. Cooler by the lake, bullshit. I don't believe a word of it. I wonder what a scam he's setting up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Kelly, Maryland, felons can move to countries who will have them, right? We don't know what specific country they're talking about, or even if they actually did leave the country. But yeah, I assume that they probably could. Some countries won't let them in, but some will. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Frizzle said he said once he didn't have a passport when they were talking about the cruise. Oh, yeah. Maybe he got one. I don't know. Weird. Nana, he mentioned a while back that they were thinking of moving to Florida. Hey, Alley-oop, good to see you. Marilyn, been a while. Been away, overoccupied with current events. Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. Me too. I haven't been streaming as much, but I'm going to try to get back into it. Brett is in South America. That's what he's claiming. Yeah. Grace says no quarantine in Venezuela and Ecuador. Now, Ecuador is not. Is that on the coast? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Y'all, felons have rights. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not picking on felons in general. I'm just saying, like I said, I mean, I think you just came in, Kelly, but I said earlier, like, I am all a firm believer that people can reform, that I don't judge, but at the same time, we're talking about sexual offenses and violent sexual crimes. That's where, for me, that's a deal breaker. That's something I will not trust at all. And him saying in real time that he's a con artist and he's conning these women. I've talked to some of them, and one of them, I read her statement last night. So, yeah, I'm not making a general statement about anyone who has a record, but yeah, and I don't know. I don't know where he could have gone or where he is. I really don't. So, I'm not throwing shade at people in general. That's for sure. Constitute quarantine means that you have to go to a government run or approved kennel, put in a kennel for a period of time, think like an animal shelter in a foreign country. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't take that lightly. And she wants to do that. Those are fighting words. Those are really, that's bullshit, because that is outright slander, and it's a lie. I'm not. So, and I could pretty much prove it by my actions, and by there's absolutely no evidence that I ever have acted like that whatsoever. So she can fuck off. Seal Belf, it's funny that he claims to have relocated to South America in light of his well-known feelings about people from South America coming to the United States. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. And he said that he believes in the American dream, but it's the South American dream. Yeah, because there's a whole continent that he can try and con people. A whole damn continent. Gross. Joel, I have a business idea for Tommy Tug Tug. A school teaching how to be. Yeah, he should not be around school age children. That's for sure. How to be a con, how to rob banks. He loves to teach people and get caught. Just an idea, right? Right. Hey, Gracie and Matilda, Jane's channel. Hey there. Kelly says, I picked my dog up in Colorado. You flew in the cabin with me back to Florida. Some karma, or, yep, fuck around and find out. That is true. That is true. Sharona, they don't play down there in South America. If a foreigner is there conning people, that's a good point. I bet you're right. If they really are, they're about to FAFO. Yeah. Street justice. Yeah, probably get out. They're going to do the wrong person. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Sharon Paris, I love when you mock them, the voice you use. I don't know what I said. I can't even read that because I don't even know what I said. Blah, blah, blah. I guess I got to be in the moment. Yeah, I've been in rare form at times, so they bring out the worst in me. Let me just say that. Yeah, Iowa girl, I'm not going to say where he is. 2 sentences later. He moved to South America. Exactly. She said she wasn't going to say his name again. I am going to, just for the hell of it. It'd be really funny to look after. I think you have to wait till the stream ends, and then maybe like 5 hours later, who knows, look up the transcript and then do it's Control F, and you get the little search bar, put in Tommy and see how many times she said his name. It's hilarious. It was 27 times last night. She said it 10 more times. She said, I'm not going to say his name again at all. I just think it's hilarious. Hey, Ann Hummingbird. Good to see you. Blah, blah. Any child preds. Yep. Chomos. Nana, he mentioned that once his probation was over, he's allowed to travel outside of the country, but who knows? The 3 of them are disturbing. Yeah, well, I know that Alan was talking about how he paid for the lawyer, and Brett was supposed to pay him back. Of course, never did. But also there was somebody else that I know of that said that he also asked them to pay for the lawyer, and he did as well. So he double dipped on the lawyer thing. But that was to process the whole being released from probation or parole or whichever it's called. Kelly, I Googled it and felons are allowed. And yeah, I don't think I ever said felons aren't allowed in South America, but thank you. Okay. If anybody else said it, maybe, but I've never said that, but thank you. That's good to know. Good to know. Hey, Iowa girl, thank you so much for becoming a member. I do a seal clap. Thank you. And you know what? I think I'm going to do maybe next week. I want to do at least 1 or maybe 2 members only live streams. I haven't done those in a while, so I'd like to do that. And you get like little emojis you can use, and sometimes I'll post little videos of my kids or my dogs or whatever, and put them for members only. So thank you so much for being a member, and it supports the channel, so that's awesome. Right. Yeah, the man lies. I don't believe anything that comes from him. Yeah. He could be full of it. Yeah. See you later, Heat. Bye. I have to get going. I hope you have a nice evening. Thank you. See you later. Seal Bilf makes his mod sign an NDA and participate in a blood oath ritual. Can you take my wrench away, please? Just kidding. That would be really funny. Can I give you a wrench, Seal Bilf? That would be really funny. I should. Like, what do you guys think? Bilf with a wrench? He'll probably kill me, but I should do it. Grace, her followers excuse all her behavior because Scientology, but Doug and Brenda given no grace for being in a cult. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how she says she didn't want to make life more difficult for people, but she has for a lot of people, starting with Brenda, and used her for content too. So that's gross, and she's talking about how she is like not wanting to hurt anyone, not want to talk about anyone, all this. How many times has she taken somebody in her life, and even the poor lady in her community today, saying what bad breath she had? I would be surprised if that doesn't get back to that lady. That's so disgusting and sad and wrong. It's so wrong. Okay, sorry. I'm just looking at okay, thanks, Giorgio. He just sent me Oh, that's okay, honey. I just wanted to make sure you knew I wasn't saying anything about, like, I wasn't saying that. So I didn't know, maybe somebody else mentioned it, but I just want to know I wasn't going hard on anybody like that. So I don't judge. I've got, friends and relatives that have records. It's not, but I was talking about his violent essay. That was the thing that bothered me about it. So Florida is kind of South America in the sense that it's South and it's America. Yeah, maybe he's doesn't know geography very well. Susie Q, they could have done so well going legit, but they're not wired right. Yeah. And people need to be protected, Brenda, he should be arrested for conning those women. Yeah. Absolutely. CO Bell, usually against people joining calls, but in this case, I'd love to see him get on lines at the Tampa org and film one of those Meet a Scientologist promo videos. Okay. Scrolling down. Right. Yeah. Leopards don't change their spots. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Hey, Susie, how you doing? Oh, you've got a storm. That's right. Yeah. Damn. Not in Kansas anymore. You're in Oklahoma, right? Damn. I think him going on YouTube and announcing where they're going, to me, it says he's lying to throw people off. That makes sense. I just can't deal with liars. I hate that. So annoying. So I can't believe anything he says. Probably took Mama's car, drove it to an ocean. Yep. Linda, I find South America hard to believe. He probably drove to. Yeah, because don't you think if he was like planning it, packing and all that, like he can't not talk about stuff. And he's always talking about his plans and like he was on his way to the Diddy trial and ended up in South America. Wow. I'm sorry. I have to say, I can't wait to hear what Knife Corner has to say about it tomorrow. Just, well, shut the bed and go to South America. It's funny. Yeah, if anybody has some ideas for for the starting opener, well, shit the bed, shit the plane seat, and step on the cat. I don't know. Brenda, I think he's lying because he doesn't want anyone to know where he is, especially the law. He may be sitting in his same old house. Well, he lives in Arizona. He did live in Arizona, so there's no beaches there, but he could be in Florida. Yeah, we got to find him. I know some people are good at finding people. Sarah, if Tommy were in Florida, Aaron would find him. Hey, Jenny's here. So glad you're here. Just add a few comments. Oh, you added comments? I'll look and see. Oh, yeah, the thumbnail reminds me of Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, that's what I thought of. That's funny. Oh, here you are. Okay. I was looking for your comments, Jenny. I noticed Kurt tripped over his words when speaking about a deck being put on their condo. Did he mean condo? That could be. He said it was a penthouse. You know what? It's only like 2 minutes. This is no lie, guys. I've never watched him ever. I didn't even know what his voice sounds like. I know what he looks like, but I've never watched even a minute of him. I might have seen a tiny clip of him with Brett, but I've never watched it. What's his name? What is it? Chase the Heat? Is that it? Chase the Heat. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. So I think it was, I'm not sure if it was a video or live. Okay, I think it was live. All right. I think I found it. There we go.
Hey, Steve. So you may already have heard. Tommy and I were going to go to New York. We took a left to Albuquerque, and lo and behold, I'm in South America. So I got some music here. I don't even know if that's going to end up demonetizing me. I don't care. But I just wanted to, that has been the big change I've been telling you guys. I think I was fooling you? I think I was just saying it? I've been telling you forever. When I tell you something big's going to happen, count on it. Tommy, Scoville, and I moved. We are no longer, I love America. I'll always, we have children together, but I'm not coming back. I live in South America now. Now, there's going to be some changes to the channel. There's tons of spicy food here, so there's going to be.
Okay. I don't want to watch anymore. I think I've seen enough. What do you guys think? That's enough. Bill is too drunk. We want Bill. We want Bill. I know. Hey. Your penthouse. What? That's it. Just for that. Oh boy. Cooler by the Lake said, if he thought prison here was bad, get on the wrong side of the law at any South American country. Find out how well you'll be treated there, especially since he doesn't speak the language. That is a good point. I bet you're right. I bet you're right. Jenny's here. The Millers are so gross. Brett can change his channel from the lifeboat to a life sentence. Yeah. Yeah, he named that stream life on the road. And my husband was like, you mean life on the lam? Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that was supposedly they were in a hotel until they were waiting for their penthouse to be ready. Wow. Nana, it's interesting how she, meaning Reese, never brings up Sterling. I believe he couldn't deal with her BS. Plus, he has a life, which she should make one with her son, in my opinion. Yeah, she was saying something, I don't know, last night or the night before about, I think it was last night because I looked at the transcript about not streaming with anybody ever again or something. So I'm sure that probably includes him. Frizzle, you can see the sign on the back of the door. The closet was like a hole in the wall with no door. Screams hotel motel. Yeah. Yeah. Jenny's here. The Miller brothers, especially Brat, has always said, "You'll never know where I'll live again." Yeah. Kelly, he thinks we're stupid and we believe everything. Yeah. Well, he's actually told everybody like about his scams and stuff and basically not to believe it. So I don't think he should be believed anything he said ever. Sharon Paris, the poor lady, the way they talk so bad about her, how he conned her, made fun of her. The letter you read of hers last night, I felt so bad for her. All the others that he and his brother have conned. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and making fun of her voice, I've heard her voice. It's not low like that. It's a very beautiful, I don't know, I call it like a lilting, like lovely. She's a beautiful accent. She's a beautiful voice. I would love to have her voice. If anybody sounds like that, it's more like me than her. Definitely not. He's just such a lying piece of crap. And the thing is, Reese went right along with it and called, I don't know which one he was calling, the Marlboro man, and make fun of their face and stuff. But she doesn't stoop. She doesn't stoop to other people's levels. Yeah, bullshit. So gross. I just scrolling. Just what I was thinking. Can't wait to hear. Yeah, that's gonna be super interesting. Oh. I went to a grocery store, passed out, woke up in Mexico City. I think I might have been trapped. Yeah, I was on my way to the Diddy trial. Mm. And you notice how Johnny said the same thing as Brett? It's like, what is up with that? Like, they don't even have any originality in their lies. They must have been like, okay, what are we gonna say? All right, I'll say this. Oh, I'll say that too. Oh, yay. So weird. Schroeder, this driving to Florida thing reminds me of that crazy astronaut who drove to Florida in a diaper to confront her astronaut lover. That's hilarious. Like the movie, the magazine. These millers are confused what purchases they've made. Yeah, right. Oh my god. Susie says, I bet money anything they say is, yeah, bull hockey, right? Let's see about Dear Penthouse. I never thought this would happen to me, but I got caught scamming an online community. Right? Yeah, they don't look good. I know. Yeah, I've actually never seen or heard Johnny talk, and he's just like so intense, like the eyeballs, and he's like just he seems like a character, like a cartoon character. Very weird. Just ew. I don't know which one's creepier. Jenny's here. He is higher than a kite in a hurricane if he thinks him and Tommy have children together. I did not get that, what that meant. So weird. I thought he was like talking about America. I have no idea what he's talking about. It is right, Grace. That is so sketchy. Yeah. Hey, Nana. I hope my chats are not at all. I really enjoy your shows. I'm still healing from right hand surgery. Right-handed, so it takes a bit to type. Just hope my chats are okay. Absolutely. I love your chats. Thank you for commenting and for being here. Absolutely. I know. I did not understand that. I was like, what? So weird. Like, did I miss something? Bilf gets a wrench. My mod career is over. I can meet with Bilf from the humor front. Oh my. I'm sorry. I had to do it. This is so funny. Yeah, see, exactly, Lisa. I did not know what he was talking about. You have children with America? Children meaning cats? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joanne, I'm sure the FBI will be able to track them down. They're not as smart as they think they are. Yeah, exactly. I like Lime. Amy thinks they moved to Brazil. Yeah, I don't know. And people are saying it looks like Florida. Why didn't he show us things that actually show it's South America? Yeah. Right. Right. Now they said they were going to go live later. Tommy said they were going to go live later, but I checked before I came on and I didn't see if they were live or not. I don't know as far as time zones that. My pearls, Professor Wrench. There's no way that it's a penthouse, right? Bill looks great in blue. That is a good point. Yeah, I don't know if he's like closer to the equator or not, but it's a good point. Mm-hmm. Marisa said that Brett has 5 to 10 passports and different names. Wow. It was a mod red for the hills. That would be really funny. She does. She does. Not a low voice at all. It's just very sweet, beautiful voice. Oh, yeah. Penthouse or penthouse. It could be. It looks like the weather on the coast of Florida. I live in West Florida. It could be. Right. Don't forget, 2025 is scripted. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I wonder what Casper's take. That's a good point. That's a good question. Yeah, we'll have to ask him. Mm-hmm. Hey, Verity, good to see you. Just have to start from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, you could jump in here and go back later. It's like basically we're just talking about what's happening, all the things. I didn't have a lot to present tonight. I'm just asking your opinion. Because it was like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God, the crazy option. Lisa Nowak. Never forget that name. I do remember that story. That was wild. Some of you are saying Johnny was high. Yeah, he looked on something. Perhaps the cats are the children. It could be. Jenny's hair is so weird how they use their stage names, little pet names for one another. Yeah, I guarantee that when they travel, they are Beavis and Butthead. My 2 boys do a really good Beavis and Butthead. My boys are funny. Calhoun, Spanky, he's adopted? I've heard that. Yeah. Adopted by who? Like, is that his stepchild or he adopted her or him or his mother? I don't know what happened. I don't know the deets on that. Brenda, I just pray he's not on the Mississippi coast. Hopefully not. Buckled up, Buttercup. Okay, I'm totally lost. Did Brett commit another? Probably. He might have committed a few while we're sitting here. But he says that he's in South America. This overnight popped up. He was on his way to the Diddy trial. He said Diddy murder trial, which I don't. Whatever. Yeah, they're both probably on something. But yeah, he took a little detour and now he's in South America forever, for good. Who knows? Grump says, can anyone see the writing on the sign behind him in the hotel room wall? No, I'm not very observant like that. Arkansas, my onion. Everyone's entitled to their own onion. That's you enjoy. Ah, thank you. That's really sweet. Where do these two that lived in mom's house get the money from? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, who are they scamming to be able to buy a penthouse? Weird. Yeah, just for anyone just joining. Yeah. Oh, Brett adopted him? Tommy adopted Spanx. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, Spanx was his stepson. Maybe. Huh? Did he do it? Did he did it? Did Brett do it? You, Brett, he did. Yep. That's good. Hey, Liz. Hey, sweetie. Good to see you. Glad you're here. That's funny. Yeah, we're just to catch everybody up. We're just wondering if Tommy Scoville, aka Brett Miller, really went to South America or not. He popped up in a live, he and his brother, and said they up and moved. They were on their way to New York in the Diddy trial, and they did a detour and ended up in somewhere in South America, and they're there for good. But they're wanted for some crimes, and who knows if they're on the lam or not. And yeah, we're just wondering what the hell is happening. For those of you who didn't see the stream last night, I read a statement from one of his victims that he had been talking about during the long con video that Reese played the audio of and has since deleted it, but it's still there. There's still some copies of it. So I played some of that, and he's being defended by Reese, which is stupid and wrong and terrible in my opinion, but I wanted to give his victim a voice. So I read her statement. So for anybody who hasn't seen it and wants to go back and watch it, that's what we talked about last night. And then all of a sudden, ta-da, he supposedly moved to South America the next day. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Candy Bar. Good to see you. Joel, maybe somebody should do a welfare check on Tommy Tuck, the hot sauce king's mother. Oh, yeah. They may have done her. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm almost surprised that they would just up and leave their adult children and their elderly mother. Who knows? A lot of people are pretty much convinced that it's a lie and saying that it looks like Florida in the background. So who knows? Yeah. Force of delightful nature. Does anyone think working on their penthouse is another con? Yeah, it could be. I know. I hate when that happens. I hate when I'm going to New York and I fall asleep on the Metro North and wake up in Buenos Aires. I know. A funny thing happened on the way to the Diddy trial, right? Gracie, Emily Dow is a lawyer. My husband Joe knew when she was younger. Yeah. Gracie, if you want to email me about that, that would be interesting. I'd like to hear about that if you don't mind. Jenny's here. Between Jenny and CO Bill, this is going to be really funny. I hate when I fall asleep on American Airlines and end up you guys can keep this going. And also, like, let's predict what Knife Porter is going to use as an opening statement tomorrow morning. Well, shit the bed and wake up in a penthouse. I don't know. I'm sure you guys can think of something really funny. I should not have taken a sip before I read this. George Massey, I used to commute to New York City every day. I had to be extra careful not to get on the wrong train, end up in the Amazon. Oh my God, I can't. Right, Brother B. Exactly. Yeah, I've heard this. I'm covering the Diddy trial. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, I promise you. I promise you. Please super chat me. Disgusting. Yeah. Well, he was on his way to the Diddy trial. Yeah. Well, shit the bed and wake up. Maybe they were in a self-driving car. Maybe. Shit the bed not in Arizona. Right, Toto. Oh yeah, that promise. I promise you. Oh my God. Lizzie said Brett looks like he's in a Florida vacation rental. Yep, that could very well be. Mhm. Oh my God, I finally caught up. So while I'm say what time is, I got a little more time. Looking for my still working on this, guys. I finished the white blanket and I haven't finished the teddy bear yet. I'm working on him. I just got to put his face on. So he doesn't have a face, but I'll work on my little trim while we're talking. Now that I'm caught up. Name one thing Kurt said he's doing the National. Yeah, I don't even know him. Like I've never listened to him. I just my dance card's full when it comes to weirdo felon con men. I mean, I don't know. Does Kurt even have a record, or did he just never get caught? Because supposedly, all I know. Why do I believe this? Have woken up in some really suspicious places before. Yeah. Even start. Can some of you guys get together and do a show? That would be funny. Yes. You know what I'll do is I was gonna do a what do you call it? A members one, but that would be funny to do. Like I've done that before for the members. I've had like just an open forum, just have the little link in the chat, just have people pop on. That's how I first saw Joel McQueen. He actually clicked the link one night. Chrissy thinks it's Tijuana. Could be. I don't know. Northern girl for sure. I puked every time I heard him say that. Yeah. Frizzle, do you think they're spending all the money they made selling their channels to AI? I've gotten those emails and stuff, and I never answered them. I'm like, this is bull. As far as like, oh, we're hoping to break into the cult space, and we're interested in your channel. And I mean, they weren't offering to buy it, but they wanted to use my channel and my content to teach AI or something. Like, yeah, to use the content to I don't know, to develop their AI programming. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really trust people. And I wasn't interested. I don't do it for, a business anyway. So I was not into that. Didn't seem really on the up and up. Chrissy just sent you a message with a pic. See if I can find it. Oh, it says Tijuana. Oh, okay. Let me. You see that? Okay, I'm going to kick myself out and I'm going to try to blow it up. Oh, it won't let me blow it up. But can you see it? But yeah, it does look like it says Tijuana backwards. That's wild. I don't know. Why was Kurt gonna go to Australia? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that's bullshit. Their book comes out February 30th. Right? Yeah. Yep. I noticed that when I and this was fairly recently, one of the clips that I used that well, actually Kelly Copter used for the intro was him talking about something. It was at right after the con man thing. So it must have been a couple months ago. It was maybe like a week or two after, I think. And he was talking about one of the trials. I don't know if it's a Diddy trial, probably not, because that wasn't on yet. But see how many. I know he sniffed at least once in that. You know what? I'll play it just for the hell of it. See if we can count the sniffs. I know there's at least one.
Do you know what the word con comes from? Con man? It comes from the word confidence. It's a confidence man. Long cons take very, very long periods of time.
Hey everybody, I am Tommy and you are on the lifeboat.
Short cons, a person in a really nice outfit goes in front of something like a casino or whatever, and he's cursing and running his fingers through his hair and freaking out. He wants to be spotted. If I could get $5,000 to get back in there, and then he says, "Hey, my watch is worth 35." You're not asking for their confidence. You are giving them confidence. You say, "All right." So you get back out there and you go, "Look, man, you get just $5,000, right?" He goes to the bank, he gets the $5,000. Well, while he's doing that, you swap out, obviously, for the fake. That's called a short con.
Yep. And that wasn't too long ago that he did that. His voice, yeah, grades on me. I hear ya. Creepy. Buckled up on a cup. My friend is from Tijuana, calls it barely Mexico. Right. They lie. Yep. And lie some more. Yep. Hotels play videos from where they are to advertise where they are, not other countries. Linda, I think it might be Mexico. Yeah, it could be. Yep. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. How happy I am to come home from work and flop on the couch and find you. My favorite. Ah, so glad you're here. I missed you too. I'm glad you're here. All right, New England Coast is saying it's Mexico. Yeah, so that would be considered Central America, right? It's the voice of a monster or devil. Yep. Betting Mexico. Okay, people were saying Mexico. Yeah. I'm interested to see what Alan thinks. I know he's probably at work now, but don't notice the background of that. Mexico too? Yeah. Yeah. Could be. Mexico. The devil. Yeah. I did call him the devil. I said sympathy for the devil on my thumbnail last night. Yep. Demon, right? Hef knows all about demons. How many demons did you have, Hef, when you were little? I had was it 70 times 7? Yeah. I'll tell him all about it later. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see what he has to say about that. What? Oh. You think it's Ixtapa, Mexico? The whole thing could be photoshopped or green screen, right? So at mommy's house, that could be too. Although it did look like a motel or hotel room. Yeah. Definitely was not a penthouse as far as I can tell. Oh, Vanessa, hey. Just finished work. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, so here we are again tonight. A lot's happened in 24 hours. Supposedly, Brett Miller up in moved to South America. He said he was on his way to the Diddy trial in New York, and I don't know, he woke up in South America. Very weird. So he says he's not coming back. So I don't know if he called his stream the Life on the Road, and my husband was like, you mean Life on the Lam? So yeah, I don't know. Brenda said, I'm pretty sure if USA officials requested, Mexico would deport him back to USA to face charges. Yeah, I think Mexico does extradite people, right? Oh, you only got one exercise demon out of you? You think it's Theo Bill. I think he's on a moon base with a real LRH plotting the overthrow of RTC Scroll Sect. Okay, there we go. Can be. Kim Roy says Ixtapa is Pacific side of Mexico. Oh my God, he just needs a refill on his ED meds. Oh Lord. You guys can read that. I'm not going to read it. I'm blushing. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Johnny said that. He says when he tells us something, he means it. Didn't he say he was going to? Right. Exactly. He also said he was writing a book. He also said that he was, and he kept putting out the publishing date. And he said he was moving to Australia too, I think. Yeah. Who do they think they're kidding? Exactly. I just thought that. Who are they kidding? Or just said that they bought the background from Temu. Wow. Yep. Making moves. It's like a true criminal. Yep. Hey. Another Vanessa. Hey, sweetie. I love how Julia just says stuff. Like she just like probably true to stick pills up the butt. Yeah. That's great. I've never been anywhere. Yep. Me either. Not really. Scoville said, you can get ED meds legally and cheaply and easily online after 10 minutes Zoom consultation. Some guy who totally isn't me learned about it and told me about it. That's right. I bet. I've tried to sound like an infomercial or something, right? I think I've asked this before, but do we think Q is even a real person? I asked Alan. Well, I think somebody in the chat asked Alan, and when Hef and Alan were on with me, and I don't think he is. I think Alan said he suspects that he's not, and I think also Reese said the night of the long con video that she never actually heard him talk to him or whatever. So that could be a lie. I wouldn't doubt it. How many release dates is he given for that book? I know. Okay. Q is totally made up, Frizzle says. Yeah. I'll take Lies Told by Brett and Kurt for 2,000, Alex. Exactly. Yep. Double Jeopardy. I know. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is like probably getting too hot. I gotta finish this because it's getting way too hot to work on. It's huge. I just want to finish the edging because I'm doing like a little bit of a scalloped edging. So this is usually the time of night that I crochet till I get tired. So I'm just hanging out with you guys and crocheting. Hope you don't mind. I know Seal Bill's hilarious. Wow. Sorry, I have to sort of count with this one just a little bit. So I'm probably going to be helping my daughter with the little ones tomorrow. Who has little kids here? Did daycares close that? Like their daycare, she's only had these foster kids for a couple weeks now. And thank you, by the way, to everyone who has helped. Oh my God, thank you so much. She is so thrilled. Unfortunately, she wants to do a stream with me and say thank you to everybody, but she's got all 3 of them tomorrow because all the daycare, two, I think They did go to 3 different daycares, but one of them is now going to the same school as their brother. So now it's down to 2 daycares. But the baby her daycare is closed tomorrow and Friday and Monday. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, thank you guys. 39-hour flight. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. Yeah, the cats were traveling for 39 hours. So what is that? Almost like a day and a half? Something like that. Well, we know it's not Mexico then. Well, it could be. And it could be Florida, or it could be a green screen. It could be just about anything. Oh, it's a government holiday tomorrow? Thursday? Oh, I didn't know that. 39. Would they fly to the moon? Yeah. Hey, Maria, you're awake. Very early, I bet. What is it? About 5 in the morning there? Good to see you. They made it to the moon. Yeah, wild. Hey. Oh, tomorrow's the 19th. Okay, now I know why it's okay. That's right. Juneteenth is tomorrow. Okay. I totally forgot that tomorrow was the 19th. Why did I think today was the 17th, not the 18th? That's weird. Did they really say they took a 39-hour flight? Yeah. Yeah. Well, they said they were traveling for 39 hours. And that the cats were tired. Yeah. Maybe children are sick in the daycares. Yeah. So, okay, so tomorrow's counted for because that's probably why all of their daycares are closed. When I see the cats, I did see one, a white one, but that's not squirrel. Is it squirrel? There's a white one. Either that or family vacation. Yeah, I think they're going on family vacation in like July. One of the daycares teachers is going on family vacation. But I remember when Haley had the boys when they were younger, and it's really hard because, I mean, she works full time at the hospital, and they expect her to be there. It's insane. Oh, thanks, Silva. That's sweet. Oh, Kitty Perry. Okay, like Katy Perry. Gotcha. To the galaxy with a spaceship. Right. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Am I doing this right? Yeah. I'm trying to alternate here, so sometimes I have to count. Oh, Juneteenth tomorrow. Okay. This year, the first year my company is observing, took Friday off. So yay! 4-day weekend. Awesome. That's nice. I love it. Yeah, the day of the end of slavery. Yeah. Remote viewers have confirmed there are no palm trees at Tween Lives area lunar implanting station. What? And I gave you a wrench? Just kidding. Oh my god. That's so funny. They got confused in 3 hours and 9 minutes. Right? Oh my god. You guys are so funny. Public. Oh, Friday here in New Zealand. Oh, it is? Oh, in New Zealand too. Wow. My name Grace Kitty Perry. He'd smack me. Oh, that's funny. Oh no, I have a knot. That's weird. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry. It's gonna get bright for a second. Ugh. Oh, I look scary. I look like what's this scary guy in Tales from the Crypt? Like Vincent something. I'm gonna have to operate on this later. I'll probably take my contacts out. I can see better. Here we go. You're glowing. I know. Looks Vincent Price. That's his name. I was thinking of Norman Vincent Peale. Vincent Price, right? Hey, Sin Eater, a few days ago, I found out a family member. Oh. Videos that will show receipts or something. Yep. Well, you're not the only one that thinks that, Sin Eater. Oh. Hush your. I do not. I'm just reading. Yeah, Sin Eater. Yeah, pretty much any video. There are some channels that have been basically not me so much, but have been pretty much doing a lot of expose type things on her. But yeah, I can't think of a specific video right now. But pretty much any video that she does is what they call, a lot of them are, things like dry bagging and sad fishing, where she takes advantage of people. I'm just saying, there's actually some expose videos as well. There's one on I think it's called, what's Jimenez's channel, guys? The healing one. If anybody has that link, that's a good one to watch. So if anybody can think of any videos that would be helpful. Yeah. It's devastating because my family member has such a huge heart and is fully being taken advantage of. I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's a tough one because she never, asks, but yeah. I'm sorry that's happened. There are so many, right? There are so many. Yeah. Unedited long con where she says she still thinks that they can make a lot of money off the Jester thing. Yes, that is on Sammy's channel, right? And that is it's at After the Bars. There's that one. If a mod can put that in the chat, that would be great. And there's I think the video on Sammy's channel on After the Bars, it's something like What They Don't Want You to Know, or an unedited long con version. I had it up last night. Yeah. Poppy thinks that's the green screen. They're in Mexico, though I don't know anything. Yeah, I don't know anything about Mexico either. Amanda, Magic of Healing Your Soul. Yeah, there's she has mostly videos about healing, but the one video she did with Hockeytown John was about Reese. Yeah, that was enough for me, right? But that is a good idea. The one that they did, the unedited version of the long con. That's a good one. I guess it's kind of like when people ask, like they say, if they have a friend or a family member in a cult, it's almost like talking to them in a way that they could listen, like explaining to them about like the concepts of things that maybe don't even pertain to their situation, but do, like watching documentaries on cults aren't their cult, right? So even just talking to her about the type of con that Reese does, like there's a video that I showed one day about what dry begging is, and it's what she does all the time. So maybe if you just look it up, there's a Scottish or Irish gentleman that does videos about things like that, and you could just look it up on YouTube. I'm sure there's some really good videos on those type of things. Thank you, Sin Eater. Your video has been helpful. I'm so glad. Yeah, good luck. And if you'd like to email me, I'd be happy to chat with you. I noticed that she's very crafty in the way she grafts, almost the same way the cult she claims to hate. Yeah, well, she learned from the cult, I'm sure, and from Tommy. I was so disgusted by that call I heard on last night's stream. Yeah, it's awful. I know. And Sin Eater, I hope that you are able to help your loved one, your relative, because it's no joke. People can go broke. And I know people that have fortunately left her circle, her cult. I call it a cult. It really is very, very culty, and have seen the light and left and talked about it and said, that they were conned, and they meant well, and they helped her. They gave her money. They tried, to have compassion, but she's not a very compassionate person, and she will take advantage. And call me a hater, call me whatever, like I'm trying to I don't know what I'm accused of. Well, I guess I'm accused of being a racist and a Nazi, which is ridiculous, but I'm just trying to help people, and I know that's true. So whatever. I hope that more people will be able to leave and not go broke, and not be scammed by her. Gracie said, one of the worst dreams of Marisa's begging was the flea market. She kept showing stuff over and over until money was given. Yeah. And I've heard her say, oh, I bought this. I didn't like it and it doesn't fit me, but I bought it anyways. Ridiculous. And I heard a video, was that a couple of days ago, but from somebody that said that she had emailed them or something they made. I can't remember if it was jewelry. I think it was jewelry. And they offered to show her some pieces to see if she would be interested in purchasing them. And of course, Reese was like, no, thanks. She was like, oh yeah, I'll email you. And then when she realized that, this is my opinion, this is what I got out of it, is that when she realized that it wasn't being given to her, that she would have to buy it from the person, she wasn't interested, because she's used to people sending her stuff and giving her things and showering her with gifts and money and super chats and everything, that this person, when they were, saying, I think you'd like this piece. Do you want to see it? If you'd like to buy it, of course she's not going to buy it. She wants to send to her for free. And I've heard people in her chat, desperately trying to get her attention. Reese, did you get my package? Did you get this I sent you? And she's like, I don't know. I haven't really checked the mail yet. There's a pile of stuff over there I haven't picked up yet. The way she's so dismissive, and people are just so desperate to get her attention. She's just kind of yeah, babe, whatever, babe. It's so sad. It's I don't get it. And she's just can be so rude and dismissive. Yuck. How she was talking about that poor lady with the store today and saying her breath was bad and picking on her accent and everything else. Just nasty. So gross. Skyfire, I'm careful with support online. I only have a little to donate. So I have a friend I tell about what I spend, as he can say something if something looks like I'm spending more than I should. Yeah, that's good. Have accountability. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Julia, I gave her money too when I thought she was in fear for her life by Tommy. Yeah, she'll use anything. All right, just scrolling. Hey, Thompson. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, I hear you, Kim. I know. Thompson, relatable Reese always makes fun of accents. I mean, there's one thing of making fun of accents, but in the context of the small town America and just acting like someone's, podunk, and I don't know, it's just mean. And it's so mean when she was sitting there in, I think, was it War Trace or something, and being like, oh, there's only 3 people in this town, and just being so nasty about those men that were like, we're married, it's and then just insinuating that that they weren't cute anyway, or saying literally that they weren't cute anyways or whatever. She's just mean and nasty. I wish somebody could just teach her how to behave, you know? She should know, because it's not like she was living in a hippie commune like I was, you know? It was like she was living in a Sea Org. She wasn't in the Sea Org. So, yeah. Have I see something, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get this and gotta get that, and I'll get this with that, so I'll buy it too. Yeah, yeah. We go fund ourselves, right? Sin Eater, from what I've noticed, is that she does not have a job. Am I wrong? If not, has she ever mentioned why she hasn't been working the last year? She said last night that thank you to people for the super chats, because then they're supporting their local their local content creator and a small business. So she calls it a small business. So Thompson. Marilyn, did you ever find out why your eyes yeah, I asked my doctor. She could check my blood sugar. And she said, my blood sugar seems fine. And she's like, let me know if it gets any worse. It hasn't gotten any worse. I noticed it happened when I got new contacts, but I've just been really making sure the minerals are washed. It could be like a buildup of minerals, but it's better. I'm still kind of leaning and squinting a little bit. My eyes are starting to get tired, but yeah, just a little bit cloudy sometimes, but it has gotten a little better, I think. Thank you for asking. I had a hard time. Yeah, it was really bad for a while. It's getting a little better, but she checked me out. She's like, I just want to make sure, that your blood sugar is good. And it was okay. So, but thank you for asking. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Jenny said, Marisa only wants to work with old men. She will steal them out of their living centers, even if they are 90 plus. Yeah. Last I knew, that's what she did for a living. She did work for, what's his name? That O'Connell guy, the fax machine guy, his company, his family's company. I'm not sure what else. Grace, she never buys necessities. She waited for someone to buy her a cat scratcher post, complaining daily for weeks, but she never bought one. It was gifted to her yesterday. Yeah. And she was complaining about the heat and then the air conditioner. I guess she has an air conditioner now. So who knows where that came from. Yeah, I keep thinking about you, Senator, and your relative. Yeah. I hope that they break free from her. I really do. It's just sad. Dan O'Connor. That's it. O'Connor? Okay. Yeah. That's it. Sharona, I did get 5 pairs of shorts, 5 pairs of pants, and dress delivered today for $75. Awesome. Likely going to stop anytime soon. Jenny, you're hilarious. It's so cold. Over and over, sound like it's all gold. Yeah. Her dad probably had paid to have it fixed. Yeah. She gave up summer makeup, which is, I don't know. I don't want to say anything about that. I got in trouble for mentioning blush before. Yeah. Elliot, the stream that she did when she supposedly feared for her life struck me as BS. No tears. I kept saying, then why are you still there? Yeah. My ears, girl. Big sniff, I promise you. Yeah, I think I had that starred still. Yeah. Susie. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, I'm getting tired. Sin Eater, I nicely tried asking, but my comment was immediately deleted and blocked. Really? What did you ask? Like in her chat? Interesting. She won't buy a measly dog bone. Cat treat, no way. Doesn't she get $100,000 in super chats per year? Yeah, you can't say anything in her chat. Nope. Not at all. All right, guys, I'm starting to get tired. Wow, it's almost midnight here. So everyone's blocked and quickly if you ask any questions. Yeah. Exactly. Hey, Kenny, good to see you. All right, I'm going to wind down, guys. I'm getting real tired. I'm starting to lose it here. But today is, what is it, Wednesday night? Yeah, so I'll be on sometime this week. I got a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. And then this weekend, Sunday, mark your calendars. We got some treats for you. Giorgio, some people were asking, George, what your channel is. It's at literally no one SP, but definitely subscribe. George, if you could put your channel link in the chat, go over and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. And he's got a big production that he's gonna premiere on Sunday, and then we're gonna do a reaction stream here. So definitely stay tuned for that. Good night, CO Bill. Love you. Talk to you later. Okay, George, I'm gonna wait till you put that in. Let me find my thing. See you later, Vanessa. Glad you guys came tonight. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you hear anything new. And I'm just curious what the heck is going on. And I will play the outro, play the same intro that I did for the intro as the outro. And good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Do you know what the word con comes from? Con man? It comes from the word confidence. It's a confidence man. Long cons take very, very long periods of time.
Hey everybody, I am Tommy and you are on the lifeboat.
Short cons, a person in a really nice outfit goes in front of something like a casino or whatever, and he's cursing and running his fingers through his hair and freaking out, and he wants to be spotted. If I could get $5,000 to get back in there, and then he says, hey, my watch is worth 35. You're not asking for their confidence. You're giving them confidence. You say, all right. So you get back out there and you go, look, man, you get just $5,000, right? He goes to the bank, he gets the $5,000. Well, while he's doing that, you swap out, obviously, for the fake. That's called a short con.